Sometimes it's better to just not know. Sometimes it's better to just leave things where they're at without trying to dig too deep and, ruin your happiness, ruin your mental health, even more than whatever situation you're in already has. I know we get to a point in life where, stuff happens to us, people do stuff to us, and we want to know the reason why, we want to get clarity. But sometimes that clarity doesn't really help you. If anything, it hurts you more. If anything, it ruins your health even more than if you was to just leave it alone and not think about these situations anymore. We all want to know what happened. We all want to know the details, but when you know the details, I know how a lot of us feel. When you know them details, you feel even worse. When you fully know the truth, it doesn't feel great. When you're left guessing and you're left unsure and not really knowing about the situation, you don't have enough to really care that much. You're just more like, oh, what happened? But when you really know what someone did, especially if it's something really bad, and they tell you the exact truth all the way, then you're gonna feel pain. So that's what I mean by sometimes it's better to just not know and leave it alone. I know there's many times we've all been done dirty, but this all happens. It's happened to all of us. Can't say it hasn't. In a real way, would you rather 10 years down the line finding out what someone did to you, or just never know? I know what I'll pick, just never know. Because what you don't know can't hurt you. What you don't know can't hurt you. That's something real though, that's real. And it's a shame that you can get to the point where someone's hiding stuff from you. If someone's hiding stuff from you, it shouldn't even be around you really. You shouldn't be giving these people the time of day. You shouldn't be ultimately being around these people because, clearly they don't care about you. Clearly they have no respect for you. And you deserve respect. We all deserve respect. But, we're not always gonna get it. So in a real way, I feel like not knowing most of the time, well, not most of the time, sometimes depending on the situation, let's say it was cheating or some random thing like that, and you really want to know what happened, it's just better off not knowing. Because you're not going to feel any better after, are you really? Okay, yeah, oh, thank you for telling me, I've got clarity now. Okay, you're on your own, then what? What happens when you're on your own? You're not going to feel good. I know that for a fact. You're probably going to feel worse because you know exactly what happened, and now you can think about it even more in your head. With details this time. Before you had a slight little picture, a slight little of what could have happened, but now you know. And now you have to suffer the consequences for wanting to know. So honestly, it's better off not knowing most of the time. Sometimes you just gotta leave it. Sometimes you just gotta move on. Some people can't do that. Some people can't control their thoughts, their emotions. Clearly that's something you need to work on if you can't bear the thoughts, if you can't handle them, if you always feel like you need an scapegoat when something bad happens to you. You need to figure out how to sort these things out. Talk to someone. I don't really recommend talking to someone because in a real way, the only person who knows your problems to the T is you. So find out what's making you act this way and what you can do to sort out these problems, how you can change the way you think, change the way you act. And by that point, you won't even care. By that point, these things won't matter to you. But when you go too far with situations, when you take situations to heart, like by me saying sometimes it's better off not knowing, you're traumatizing yourself by letting them tell you. You're showing them how much they've disrespected you and you've allowed it. Okay, let me give you let's say you have got the answers. I feel you've got the answers. It all depends on how you act after that. There's a good way to act, there's a horrible way to act, or there's a bitch way to act. And I know for a fact you shouldn't take the bitch route, and you shouldn't take the angry route. That's the two of the worst things you could do. The best route you could probably take is showing them you don't care. Even though if you do care, and obviously you're gonna care if you've been dating someone, if you had this friend for years and years and years and they do you wrong and you're asking for the answers and then you get the answers, Don't lash out. Don't do none of that. Show them you don't care. Show them they're replaceable. Show them all of these things, and whatever you do to you doesn't bug you because you've got you. You don't care. You're replaceable. Bro, you're replaceable. Or female, you're replaceable. It doesn't matter. So in a real way, I feel like learn yourself. These are the outcomes, not the outcomes, the things you should do. Learn yourself, learn what annoys you, learn what pisses you off, and find a way to fix it. Find a way to ultimately not let these things get to you the way they used to. It's hard, don't get it wrong, it's hard. You'll find your answers within pain. And that's, yeah. Peace out. I ain't gonna give you a lot too much.